Good morning, CHS. I'm doing this quick little video so you can review for how to get into your test day toolkit and start testing for tomorrow's PSAT 8-9, PSAT, SAT testing. So you're going to go to your College Board account and log in. And, and once you get to your College Board account and get logged in, you're going to choose Test Day Toolkit. Either from the menu like you see here, or if you go up to your name up at the top, you can log in from the dashboard also. It's all the way at the bottom of the dashboard. So you're going to log into Test Day Toolkit. It most likely is going to give you a place to put in the school code, which is 470423. And then you're going to choose the testing group that you're in. Right now, I'm in the PSAT NMSQT up at the top here under my name. If you need to switch to a different test, say you're giving the SAT, you just click switch, and then you can come down here and click on the test administration and choose whichever one you are in. Okay. So I'm going to choose the PSAT one again. I'm going to hit continue. Right, and then to get started for the students to come in, you're going to click testing rooms. Okay, and you're going to find your testing room, for example, A212 here. Okay, and it's going to get you started, and it's going to kind of take you through these screens one at a time so that you can see what you need to do. Okay. So we're going to do get started down here in the yellow. Okay. All right, you're going to check the seats, count the seats, make sure they're all facing the same direction, make sure that they're at least 3 feet apart. Okay. You're going to check for some access to electricity. I do not have a lot of charging cords, so I'm hoping that, or not a lot of extension cords, so I'm going to continuously remind kids to bring their charged Chromebooks today. So we're going to hope that that helps. But please do check access to electricity. Make sure you have a few rooms that you know a few seats next to the electrical outlets. Okay. All right, check for the supplies. You don't need a Wi-Fi name or password. Kids will be using their own book, their own Chromebook. Okay. You will need a sign-in ticket and scratch paper, and those will all be in your folder. Okay. Rod is not going to be here on Wednesday, so I don't know that we'll have any extra Chromebooks, so we will probably need to just, if kids show up without a Chromebook or if it's not charged, they just won't be able to test. So I will double check that before tomorrow, but that's what I'm guessing. Okay. All right, testing materials, you're not going to need any of most of these. We do have some L's that are going to be testing with dictionaries, but typically they're going to be testing in a different space because they also have time and a half. So most of this you will not need. All right, so the sign-in tickets, my suggestion would be to kind of distribute those in a random order on the desk, set them on the desk before the kids come in. And then just double check. Since these are typically your kids, it shouldn't be too bad to double check those and make sure that you've got the right kids at the right spot. All right, once you do that, okay, go ahead and write your instructions on the board along with the room code. Okay, so you'll need to write these basic 8 instructions on there, okay, along with the room code. And then the setup is complete. Okay. From there, what you're going to do is kids are going to come in. They're going to make sure they put their backpacks against the wall, that they have their phones turned off and in their backpack. If a phone happens to go off in the middle of the testing, that could cause an irregularity, which could cause us to have to stop all the kids in the room. So we don't want that. So the phones need to be off and away. They can have a regular calculator if they want one, but there is a calculator in the program. Okay? So all they really need is their Chromebook to take the test, so they can put everything else in their backpack against the wall. If they brought a snack for the break in between the two, the reading and the math, then they can sit that underneath their desk. But at no time should they go in their backpack while testing. Right? Once they have started this setup and they've gotten the room code in, you will start to see them appear in this Mark Students Present area right here. Okay. And so as they enter, go ahead and mark them present, and then that will show that they are ready to test. Okay. Once you've done that, you're going to read the script, and the script is right there in your computer, so you don't have to worry about finding it. It'll be right there. Okay. And it is all of this that is in the black. Okay. And so you'll continue to read the script, okay, with all those instructions. And then once you get to that, the script has all been read, you will then give them a room code. Okay. I think I'm done. Yep. So you'll write the start code, you'll give them a start code, and you can write that on the board. Do not give them the start code until you get to this part of the test. All right, so it'll click up, and once you see the start code here, then you can give it to them on the board. Okay, you can continue to kind of monitor the testing, and you'll see them appear here in this section, and it'll say how many have not started, where they are in the sections. Section 1 is made up of 2 pieces, and then they'll get a 10-minute break, and then section 2 is made up of 2 pieces. Depending upon how far apart the students start, they might have their break at a slightly different time. Just remind them that during breaks they need to be quiet, not speak to one another. They can come out and go to the bathroom, but again, they can't chit-chat in the hallway. As your kids are finishing, you'll see them submit, and this is kind of where you keep track of that. And so this is the quick and dirty, here's what you have to do as a proctor. It's really pretty straightforward and pretty easy. Let me know if you have questions. Okay. Once everybody has submitted, okay, then you can verify and dismiss, and that's it. So again, let me know if you have questions about how to do this. This is just kind of the quick, short steps. Thanks.